Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
You're watching Facebook Live or YouTube Live. On the screen is Johnny and Becki Agar. They are legends. Johnny was born with cerebral palsy and wasn't expected to walk again, but he proved everybody wrong. He is an Iron Man and a brand ambassador for Under Armour, and he's got a memoir out. It's called The Impossible Mile. Johnny, how are you?
I'm doing well, guys. How about you?
We're doing well. Becki, how are you?
Doing really well. Thanks so much for having us on.
Oh, we're glad you're here with us.
Yes, it's wonderful. And don't you just love technology?
Oh, yes, it's wonderful. You think I'd be more proficient at it, but
proving challenging for us today.
We're on it now, so it's good.
Yeah. Hey, it's all good. We've seen everything, but thank God that we can have a chance to talk to you, and we want to hear more of your story. If folks go to the website, which is johnnyagar.com, you'll see some awesome pictures. And there, Dan has it on the screen, johnnyagar.com. It's quite a story, this memoir. Where shall we begin? Johnny, where shall we begin?
Well, I started doing triathlons and marathons with my dad when I was about 19 or 18.
Somewhere around that area. Yeah.
Somewhere around that area. And it was just a wonderful thing because I had always looked up to athletes in my life and always wanted to be like an athlete like my dad was when he played for the Detroit Tigers in their minor league system. So I had found triathlon because adaptive sports weren't necessarily a
opportunity
for me because I only had one good hand. And we like to joke that, I wouldn't be necessarily as helpful to somebody or a team if I was only going in circles with one hand. So.
Oh my God.
So triathlon was really my opportunity to compete in sports. I started doing that with a group called My Team Triumph. It's a ride-along program that takes kids and adults through marathons and triathlons, and I really enjoyed that with a group of people that I started with my first triathlon, and then
kind of grew from there.
And Dad saw how much I really enjoyed it, and Team Agar, as we know it today, was born. So
wow, that is so impressive because just thinking about a triathlon wears me out and makes me think, my goodness, why would anybody put their body through that? But you are doing that. Way to go, first of all.
Thank you very much. We like to...
Jeff had wished he had gotten into stamp collecting, but that wasn't the case. So
something much easier. But we like to say that you can do all things with God on your side. So we just try and take that day by day and know that God has a plan for all of us, and that's been a gift to me as I go through my struggles every day with cerebral palsy. So
let me ask you this, and I did mention this. I'm a parent of a special needs child. He has cerebral palsy. Wasn't expected to walk as well, and he's been walking now since he was 4. I think he took his first steps without a walker. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, and now when he gets loose, we're all in trouble. But but as a parent, sometimes we can draw back and go, gosh, I don't know that they should even try that. Who was it that was the one that said, I can do it, or you can do it? Who pushed you? Did you push yourself? Did your mom and dad see and say, you know what, you're going to get past this thing? Who was it?
Yeah, my mom, I was very, very blessed that my mom and dad never put any limitations on me. They really didn't want me to be aware of my cerebral palsy or what my cerebral palsy was, because they thought that it would limit me a little bit, because, you have certain expectations with this.
Some people do, yeah.
Some people do. with this disorder, and it can really limit you. So until I was able to get a full understanding of what cerebral palsy was,
and what his limitations were, for him to decide what his limitations were rather than somebody else decide. So we just never really even said Johnny had cerebral palsy, and it's not because we got a lot of grief from it at first early on, because, a lot of people said, well, we were in denial and that type of thing. But obviously we weren't in denial because we lived with him every day. We took him to all the doctor's visits and appointments and things. It was just that we didn't want to pigeonhole him and not give him an opportunity that every parent wants to give their kids, right? They want to give them the world and have it be open for them. And both Jeff and I wanted him to decide what his limitations were going to be.
Both my mom and my dad have a very strong faith, and so they really lean on that a lot. And I think, that's a tremendous gift to me, to be able to look at my failures every day, because I struggle with things a lot. I don't get things on the first try. And so I have to understand, that, I may fail sometimes, but in the end, God is in charge, and I just have to rely on that. So,
wow.
We're talking with Johnny and Becki Agar, a memoir out. It's called The Impossible Mile, The Power of Living One Step at a Time. Wow. One step at a time. What a story. What a life. When we look at ourselves and we see that all that you have accomplished, we have no excuse, right?
That was really my main goal for writing the book, really was to show people that, you can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish, if you have faith, determination, and we sprinkle a little bit of humor in the book as well, because I think I'm funny, but sometimes.
Or he does things that, when you have a disability, and anybody who kind of things happen and they get embarrassed, he just has learned how to laugh at himself, which is a huge bonus, right? Especially when you fail at things multiple times. We were he was in college at the time, and he was driving, and he doesn't see depth. He has a really hard time seeing depth.
Oops.
And so we, sorry if you guys lost us for a second. Anyway, he was on college campus, and he ended up driving, and he drove down a hill, and his chair tipped over, and it was right in front of this really pretty girl.
No.
I thought, oh no. And so I was trying to quickly get him up, and I was trying not to be that mom, and I was his aide at college. Anyway, this girl came up, and he was in the grass, and he looked up at this pretty girl, and said, hi. And I just started laughing, and he said, what did you say, John?
I just wanted to get a better view from down here.
Yeah. You're still just as pretty from up here as you are down there, type of thing.
You are funny, Johnny.
Oh my goodness.
That's
So,
funny.
yeah, but
it's funny.
I think maybe the next book should be one-liners, Johnny Agar one-liners. And, how to
you gotta have a little fun with it sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, how long is this book is out now, right? Or is it coming out?
Yes, sir. It just came out yesterday. Actually, we're so excited about it. And
Wow.
yeah, it's on Amazon and wherever books are sold. It's actually we just found out it's #1 in a category
on Amazon. Yeah,
so that's
we're
awesome.
really excited.
And we're really excited about that.
More people we can touch, the better, right?
Yeah, it's, I came into it thinking, this book, I during a bunch of these speaking engagements that I would do, everybody would come out to me saying, Johnny, I want to know more. I want to know how you do things. I want to know who helps you and where you get your inspiration from. And the pandemic really spurred in me that, you know, people need a uplifting message. And I think, you know, with a lot of the challenges that I've dealt with, I've learned a lot of really cool things and a lot of really cool people around me. And I really just wanted to share this at this time in my life and at this time in our lives. So
yeah, and if we can encourage one person, that's a great thing, right? So
yeah.
Well, Johnny, I think God's got big plans for you, man, and He's going to use you in incredible ways.
Well, that's our goal, right? And everybody's going, and I think, you know, as long as we do things for His glory, then that's all we can do, and we can only try our very best. So,
love it. Johnny Agar, Becki Agar. The book is called The Impossible Mile: The Power of Living One Step at a Time. Pick it up and check out his website. Follow them. And what's next for you? I know the book's fresh out. What do you have coming up? Looks like you're everywhere, according to what I read. You've been on Nightly News, Today Show, ESPN, everywhere. So we're honored to have you. But what's next for you?
So we're doing a Ironman race in first week of October in Indiana. So that's
their hope is to get back to the Ironman World Championships in Kona, Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They never got to finish that race. They got pulled from the race because they didn't make the bike cutoff. And so we're hopeful. Johnny wants to walk down that last mile of that race. That's like the World Series of triathlons. So
yeah, because triathlon means a lot to me, and so I really want to, you know, inspire people through that sport, because, you know, triathlon's given me so many gifts, so many opportunities,
and
racing. So
awesome.
You're Superman, Johnny.
Yeah, you are. Hey, we would love to know you're busy. We'd love to talk to you in December if we can catch up with you, and some next year. Let's see if we can do that. JohnnyAgar.com is the place to go to. Becki, Johnny, thank you so much. What an inspiration. You've touched us all deeply. Thank you for continuing to move forward a mile at a time. We got to take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.